From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert Weather.
One might think after 8 straight days of anything, you start to get into a little routine, you start to get used to it, but I can't get used to this heat. I know a lot of you have been commenting on our Idaho Weather Watchers page, also saying the same thing. 101 for a high in Boise today. That makes 8 consecutive days at triple digits for the Boise area. We're running for that longest streak record of 9 days, but I do think it will continue to a new record of 10 days straight, 100 degrees and above. So let's stack it up next to average for this time of year. This is one reason why 101 feels so hot, is because it is more than 10 degrees above our seasonal averages. Not a record for the day. I think we will run for the record tomorrow, maybe a tie for the record tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Another reason why it feels so hot is because in any 24-hour period, we're just not getting any relief. In fact, for the last 9 consecutive days, the temperature has not dropped below 70 degrees. This is looking at our low temperatures through the last 2 weeks. So you get down to 70 maybe, or 74, or oh, ouch, even 79, but it doesn't last for very long. Our low temperatures typically happen right about as the sun is coming up. And so then that sun starts to refuel our surface, and then the surface heats back up our atmosphere rather quickly, and you see how fast those temperatures will rise, as in the case of today. So we're already into the 80s by mid-morning. Not a whole lot of time to get those outdoor activities done unless you get up at literally the crack of dawn. So what gives? Well, maybe it's more like what doesn't give, and what doesn't give is high pressure. This big high pressure ridge, high pressure is really hard to break down and move on, especially in the summertime. And this is a pretty typical summertime pattern, but it just is relentless with the heat. This low pressure center out here in the Pacific is actually helping to reinforce that flow out of the southwest that's pumping up our temperatures to above average levels. So the National Weather Service has issued the excessive heat warnings once again for the region, southeastern Oregon up through Baker County and then down through southwest Idaho, including the Magic Valley. And we're looking for high temperatures tomorrow as the heat gets hotter, 99 to 107 for highs here in the Treasure Valley. The next 12 hours, again, not a lot of relief to be found unless you want to get up really early to get in some gardening or that morning run when we'll be in the low 70s right as the sun is coming up, 6, 7 a.m. To highs tomorrow. Look at these numbers, 105 for Boise, 92 for a high in McCall. I said we'd make a run for the record. I do think it'll be a tie, at least stacking up next to the forecast high of 105, and again comparing it to our average high of 90 degrees. It's just a lot of numbers showing up in the 7-day forecast. So a little relief from the heat on the way, as I promised before. 97 for a high on Thursday and Friday. It's taking the edge off the heat, but notice where those low temperatures go, and I think that's really key. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, dipping into the low and mid 60s, making a big difference in how the day feels as a whole before we head back into the triple digits for the weekend. You can always find the freshest forecast at KTVB.com, and we'll be right back.